agents that were through the house, and all of them really said, this is a deterrent for your property, or oh my goodness, they loved it, and they got to see a property that they hadn't really thought of for a buyer that they were working with. So it was a great property share, and that's where this idea came from, was that now that we can't get in cars and go to broker opens and go, have 8, 10, 12 agents go walk through a house and get exposure for your listings. What can we do to help our real estate partners get through this and be able to expose their properties, share their properties with other agents, get maybe some feedback. One of our lattes and listings, they were able to share some resources. A property had an add-on done, and the listing agent didn't know anybody that would come out and just do a remeasure to help her adjust her price per square foot. And so a couple of the other agents on it were able to give her some referrals on names for that. Another house needed the roof soft washed because it was a great property and she had a lot of really cool aerial views on this horse property, but the roof just looked rough. And it wasn't that it was an old roof, it just needed to be cleaned. And so she was able to get some referrals and some feedback for that. So this is a time for y'all just to idea share as we go through and share properties as well. When we don't have very many listings, you get a little more time to talk. Today, I'm going to try to keep it to about 5 to 8 minutes per property, so that we get through all of them, because I think we have a list of like 10 properties to go through. I do ask that if you're one of the first properties that we go through, please don't jump off after your property has been presented, because it's not fair to the last person to go to only have me and Megan and Mackenzie still sitting on because everybody else has bailed. Give your agents the same respect they're giving you. And that's what makes this work and successful for everybody. What I'm going to do is open up, I'm going to go to my screen share, and I'm going to open up your listing in hard. And I will, if you have a virtual tour that you want to run while you're talking, we can do that. Otherwise, I run the slideshow of your still pictures that hard does. And so as it's running and pictures are just popping up, you can talk. Now, I realize the pictures pop faster than you can talk. And if we really need to pause on one, if there's something really, really particular you want to talk about, that's great. I can move through it. But again, I want to try to be respectful of time and give everybody a chance to get through this. Ideally, I'd like us to be done in about an hour, hour and a half tops, because I know your time is valuable. And I know it sounds so strange because I'm like, what else do we have to do? It's not like we're jumping in the car and having to go drive around and meet clients, but you do have other obligations throughout your day. And I understand that. Some of y'all are like me and are homeschooling a kid. Some of you have, grocery runs that you have planned, and that's your activity for the day. So we'll just have to work through all of that. You do not have to go on mute unless you know that you're in a place where you're going to have a lot of background noise and it's going to make it difficult for the presenter to talk. The presenter being the listing agent, because I'm sharing screen from my side. But I encourage you not to be on mute, so that if you want to ask questions at the of the agent, that you can. I find myself on these meetings, I sometimes mute myself and then realize I'm talking and nobody can hear me because I've forgotten to take myself off of mute, which is kind of awkward. But hey, that's what we're all learning and adjusting and doing here, right? Like new life. So without further ado, let me go to our share screen.
Caitlin, can we record this one?
We absolutely can record it. Can we share it out with everybody is a question. I don't know. I know last week, I'm looking at Megan in my little screen here, because last week we tried to share it and we kept hitting roadblocks on it.
Caitlin, if there's a virtual tour in HAR, are you going to be showing it that tour from HAR?
Yeah, everything that I'm working from is coming from HAR.
Okay, thank you.
So when we get to your property, you can tell me to run the slideshow or run the HAR. The HAR posting. That is your call.
And I don't know if McKinsey is monitoring chat, but it sounds like there's a couple of people that need to leave right at 11 today. So just timekeeping.
Yeah, I see that. You and Kim. So if you guys want to go first, just so y'all can, be able to get your word in.
Well, I was going to say, I want to hear everybody else's stuff. I know mine.
Exactly.
So let's jump in. And I think if we are mindful of our time and, it's your chance. Don't read us what's in MLS. We're all adults. And I think we can all read the comments in MLS, right? So this is
you would think that.
One would think. So that being said, tell us what you can't put in MLS. Tell us, those little intricacies. If it's a house that's super easy to show and it's vacant, let us know that up front, because sometimes you look through a property in MLS and it looks so staged out. You've got all the furniture that you think it's occupied, and then your buyers are like, well, we can't go look at that house. There's people living there. And then we find out it's vacant because they didn't read the remarks in MLS or whatever. So let's work through all of that, and let me find the right screen. All right. Give me just a second. Okay, the first property I have coming up, and my HAR did something weird this morning, so I've got 6 of them loaded, and I have the others written down, and we'll get through them. So, Rolling Forest Drive.
That's me.
Okay, who's me?
Kim.
All right, Kim, this one is for you then.
All right. So, very basic. It is vacant, and it's completely vacant now. They had the estate sale, so everything is completely cleaned out on a combo, easy to go show. It comped out at 219. We came down 5,000 right off the bat. It was a one-owner home, older couple, just never did any updates, but good layout, maintained well, lot size is amazing, sits at the end of a cul-de-sac. There is playroom, so if anybody has anybody looking in that area, bring us an offer.
How many bedrooms is that, Kim?
It is a 4.
Oh, that's some pretty wallpaper there.
What are the HOA restrictions? I have a client looking for something that she can convert into an assisted living facility where she takes care of 2 or 3 couples, older couples, and she needs something with a lot of land and 1 story in spring. But I can't, she wants to make sure that the restrictions wouldn't prohibit that.
I can verify that for you. It's an estate, so unfortunately my power of attorney person knows nothing. She's actually from Pittsburgh, so I can call the association. Who's asking me that question?
Selena Scheid.
Okay. I will find that out and I will get an answer to you. The land is amazing. Like it's a huge lot for a subdivision, almost 12,000 square feet. Detached garage. So there's a lot of good features about it. And of course it is 1 story, which is nice.
The house has super good bones. Like I'm a crafty flipper type person, and like I could have so much fun with this house.
Yeah, it just needs some updates. But for something like an assisted living where you're going to be dealing with older people anyway, I don't know that they'd be opposed to all that wallpaper.
Right. They might like it.
Wow.
Feel right at home.
There's some busy stuff going on in there.
I like the butterflies.
The yard's amazing.
Yeah, the yard is great. The roof is fairly new. Like probably 9 months now. I mean, yeah, there's just a lot of good features to it. It just, like I said, it needs some brought into the 21st century.
Awesome.
What's your asking on that 219?
214.9, but we've already discussed giving a update allowance, so she knows that it's probably going to be 10 to 15 grand off of that. Yeah, it actually looked a whole lot better after the furniture was all gone. That's why I don't like people to see sometimes rooms, especially in pictures, just don't photograph the right size, right? You look at them and you go, oh, that looks so small. So I left the ones with the furniture just to kind of show people what it will hold and that it doesn't look consumed when there's furniture in it. But I also wanted people to see it without grandma's stuff in it.
Hey, Kim, do you have any after repair value comps for that property? Like if it was brought up to today's standards or, aesthetics?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Was that Selena again?
Sally Doffer.
Okay.
Perfect.
Other than that, everything is in MLS. I'm not going to read to y'all what y'all can read yourselves. If you're on this, I know that you're the kind of agents that I don't need to preach that to.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm going to stop it and go back so we can see the MLS sheet for just a second. Just so everybody can see if they want to write down any of those quick. And Mackenzie will take everybody that's on this call and send y'all an email after the call of all of the properties and who was the listing agent on them. So you have a reference. Yeah, we'll do that. That's not a problem. We'll send you a list of all the properties and who the list agent was. Just enough reference so that you know who to reach out to, or you can go back and find it in MLS again and do your follow-up that you want to if this has led you to think of somebody that you've got to buy, something you've got a buyer for. So
awesome. Appreciate that, y'all.
Cool. All right. Next property, Carousel Creek. Is Raquel on?
I don't think she's on with us.
All right. Well, then we're not going to do her property. That's how this works. If you don't take the time to join us, we can't cover your property.
Well, it's kind of hard for any of us to talk about it.
Yeah. All right. Apple Point.
That's me.
All righty.
Apple Point was built in 2016 and my seller purchased it new with me. She did have inspections, which I always am happy to hear. A lot of people buy a new house and don't think they need an inspection, but there was an inspection done when she purchased it. After market, she tore up the carpet and put wood flooring down.
Onion fairies.
And it's a small home. It's 1,600 square feet, and she insisted that I add these pictures of hers with furniture. So I did. The kitchen's a cute kitchen with an island.
Kathy, did she redo all of this flooring?
Just the tile was there. The tile was there. She just pulled up the extended entry in the family room and the hallway.
Is that hardwood or is that laminate?
It's wood, engineered wood.
And then what is that on the bar?
Yeah, I was going to talk about
that. That's the stone. I love that.
She did that herself. And it looks good. It doesn't look like she did it herself. I think she did it herself. I'm not 100% sure.
It looks good though with the wood. I like it.
And that's kind of rustic looking, and the chandeliers, chic. So while she was living there, it kind of had a shabby chic decor. Master bedroom.
How many bedrooms did you say it was?
3 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. And just a woman and her daughter lived here, so it's lightly lived in.
Who is the builder?
Lennar.
Lennar. Questions, anybody?
Sorry, Catherine, where's the home, Spring?
No, this home is in Rocheron. It's Lakes of Savannah. It's called Laurel Heights, but I never knew what Laurel Heights was. It's part of Lakes of Savannah. So
And
Highway 6 and 288.
And the asking
235.
price?
Split floor plan?
235.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it is.
And
What is split floor plan?
the floor plan name, I can't think of it at the moment.
Was it split floor plan or no? You know,
Pardon me?
is it a split floor plan?
Yes, it is. And the backyard, I did want to mention that, is very private. There's nothing directly behind the home. It's an easement, so nothing will be there either.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's been well maintained, cute home for, an older couple or a young couple. It's not a huge home, but for 1,600 square feet, it feels open and larger than that to me.
Yeah, that floor plan is a good floor plan. I've seen that one a couple of times. It really does feel bigger than it is because it is nice and open and no wasted space.
Right.
It gives you those check boxes for that person that wants a move-in ready, without having to do a lot right now too. It's got a lot of features there that are really nice.
Yeah.
I like the covered patio, especially with a private backyard. But that's mainly it. It's it's vacant, easy to show with the virus. No one needs to worry about anybody living there and germs. But I will say slowings have been really slow.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
It's so weird. It's like some days I get like 5 or 6 requests and then I don't hear from anybody for a week. It's like, okay, hello. Why is everybody going out on the same day?
That's strange.
Yeah. And I don't know what happened. I mean, this week I've had showings 3 days in a row and I hadn't had that in a while either. I don't know.
So I've had the same thing,
up and
Kim.
gloving up and taking Lysol wipes with me and hand sanitizer. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel like really weird going out like this. But what else do you do?
You got to do what you got to do.
I think it's because Abbott announced that it's reopening the economy in Texas. So.
Well, and I think, obviously they made us essential workers for a reason, right? Like they don't want the economy to come to a complete stop.
Right.
And I feel like they use real estate a lot to keep things going when they start, dropping rates. Let's get people involved in wanting to buy, and who else are we going to use but real estate agents? So I sometimes feel like we're somewhat guinea pigs or we're sitting ducks. I'm not sure which.
Probably a combination.
Hamsters just spinning a wheel sometimes, right? So.
That seems to be a lot of the time, but yes.
All right. So Fernandez Falls.
What did you say it was?
Fernandez Falls Court. Leslie?
Pulling them up on my computer because it's easier to see.
Southbelt Ellington.
Is Leslie on?
Is Leslie on?
I don't see her.
Okay.
The big house.
Yeah. All righty. Brigantines K in Texas City. Melanie? No Melanie?
Don't see her either.
All right. Next. All right. Ava.
Hello.
I was pretty sure she was on because we were texting this morning
Yes,
about
I'm
making
here.
sure I had hers in here. So I know Ava personally. My daughter and her daughter are very close friends, and they have not gotten to see each other except
Aw.
for from a distance during this. So it's not been fun for them, but we'll get through it.
Love the land.
This is empty. It's vacant. We have some virtually staged photos in there. It is 5.18 acres. And the back part of the property is completely fenced in, and it's perfect for an FFA family, anyone wanting to raise animals. There is a pond back there. So the layout's really, really great for that. It's really well kept. I'm about to read off the list of upgrades. Hold on. They're not on there. There's showcase custom windows throughout. The front portion of the house is 2x6 walls with for the windows and doors. Pool decking and blow-in insulation throughout the house, including the attic and some interior walls for soundproofing. There is a secret private hidden room in the master closet.
Nice.
There's Cat 5 cable throughout, hot water circulation, so there's no waiting for hot water. All of the stonework is real stone. It's not facade. Bell-bottom piers in the slab. The front door's oversized, and it's a Lennox 2-speed AC and heat pump for the game room. There is, it is is it well or septic? Sorry. And it's like double the size septic tank. He went like all out. It's really an incredible house. Above the portico and attic is a game room that is huge, and it can be accessed from inside the home and the garage. This is a shed, and both doors on either end slide, so that's it closed. The one previous was it opened. They slide, they don't roll up. So the porch goes across the front of the home, the 2-car garage and 2-car portico. So over that garage and the portico is the game room. It fits 3 poker tables, a pool table, a ping pong table. And he had an air hockey table in there too. And here is your own private pool, which is within the gated area and pier.
Is that pond stock? I mean, have you tested it? Have your boys tested that out to make sure there's
He hasn't lived there in 2 years. So
okay.
That's the yellow part is the fully sectioned area. And as you can see, there's plenty of RV storage in between the shed and the garage. So,
How big is the metal building?
I'm sorry?
The metal building, how big is that?
I don't have exact square footage. I can get that. Let me see.
And Ava, did you say this is vacant?
It is.
Okay, the people I'm showing today, we're actually doing Alvin today, but Hitchcock is an area that they've looked at, so I'm going to show them this one.
ISD.
Right, I see that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show this to them.
There's a lot of things that like he had great concepts for. So to get to the game room from inside, it's through the closet of one of the secondary bedrooms.
Oh, okay.
But you can get to it from the garage. It was meant to be a mother-in-law suite, and that was going to be a bathroom, but he never put in the bathroom, kind of thing. It does need some updating in some areas. Other areas need less updating. I don't know. The layout, there's lots of windows.
Does this granite table that it looks like it matches other parts of the house, does it convey?
What do you mean?
Well, this table in the picture I'm showing, Does that match the?
Yes, it's the same granite.
And is
So
it
it's
something
gonna
that
stay?
you're willing to convey?
Yes,
Or
it stays.
okay.
Yes. Sorry, I'm getting like half words. It's breaking up a little.
Oh,
I know.
sorry.
All of a sudden it just started doing that.
And the property itself, when you look at the overview, it's kind of an L shape. So the fenced-in portion with the pond is the bottom of the L. There you go. See. So originally he owned that whole square, and he sold the side part off.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it ag exempt?
There's no restrictions other than the city ordinance.
It can definitely be ag exempt though, based on the square footage.
Yeah.
And could definitely, you know, how you could have FFA or 4-H animals and stuff there. So
Yes, and the in the laundry room is a toilet. It's a little awkward, but if you put in a pool, you can walk right in the back door and it's there.
Nice.
great listing.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Our next one, I'm gonna have to do different. You'll have to bear with my MLS skills. I used Matrix for a long time, and then I had been out of it for 5 years, and so I'm having to relearn all my tricks for Matrix. Upland Lakes, is the listing agent for that property on?
Yes, me.
Okay. Is it the
active one? Yeah, we terminated and redid.
okay?
So this is a 3-story townhouse style, right off of Beltway 8 and I-10, very close to town. What's that called? Town center.
City center.
Yeah, town center.
So it's a great location. It's had a lot of difficulties showing. It's vacant. That's just some leftover furniture of theirs that they'll take with them, but they don't live there anymore. And I added a few little things. All natural wood floors, built in, I think it was 2014. It was like a first home for a young couple. The husband is my stepson. So they had one child, and they had 2, and then they had 3, and this was just not working for them. But they loved the house, and it's a great location. It's gated. They have it's a 2-car garage, and they have 2 spots out front, in front of the garage, where you can park, because the difficulty here is the parking. They're so close together, and the streets are narrow, so there's no like parking on the street. But they do have their 2 spots in the garage and 2 spots in the front, and that's their little backyard. But it's great. It's it's everything you need. It's for lifestyle, easy maintenance, quick, easy to get to everything, and they really liked it.
It's
Great
cute.
area. It's very cute, beautiful. There are walking trails there. They have a pool, community pool, a little dog park, and like I said, it's gated. So a lot of them are up for sale, and that's been the biggest challenge here. It's been on the market for a while, I think coming up on a year. A lot of them for sale, and we've priced it really low. Ours is one of the lowest. The comps say 400 and something, but they're not selling. There's a lot of new construction all around the area. They've been knocking down all the old homes and putting all of these townhouse styles up, and so that's been my challenge here. But it's a great home for a young couple, or a lot of my visitors are people who are downsizing. So it's
Very cute.
It's lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I really like the complex too.
it's got a lot
down the street from where I live.
Okay. So if you have any, it's empty. You can go. It's show and go, or go and show, or whatever. So yeah, high ceilings, a lot of closet space. The kitchen is the biggest complaint I get is that the kitchen is small. But I think that this lifestyle is for people who don't cook that much, and it's got everything you need if you do cook. So it's, great master bathroom, 2 sinks. That's a huge master bedroom. There are 2 closets. So you have plenty of space. You have a view out that window down the street, which is nice because it's kind of like a European style. I kind of think of it that way. That was the additional bedroom upstairs. And then there's a bedroom / office downstairs that leads right out here to the patio. So yeah, it's a great house. We had an offer, and right before they made us the offer right before coronavirus hit, and then the price of oil dropped, and the guy was in oil and gas. So he said, I'm just afraid. So he had it inspected. The inspection turned out fine. He said, just want to let you know that it's because of the economy and oil and gas that I'm getting out of the contract. So we almost sold it, but didn't make it all the way through.
And where's this located again, Selena?
Right off of Beltway 8 and I-10 near Town Center.
Okay.
Memorial, what is it called? That
Memorial City?
Yeah. Was it
I was
Memorial?
going to say it's kind of in between like Memorial City and what used to be Town and Country, which is now Town Center or City Center or whatever.
City Center.
Hear it both ways. Yeah.
Town Center. I knew that Town Center.
Is it north of I-10 or south of I-10?
It is north of I-10.
North. Yeah.
Okay. Right down the street from where I live.
Wow. Yeah, so you've seen all of the tear downs of the older homes and up come these. And this was one of the first complexes that came on board. And there are some of those townhouses in this neighborhood that are selling for like $700,000, $800,000. This is one of the smaller ones. It's when I did the comps, it was like at 420. We've dropped it to 390. It's a great little house. I mean, it's a great place. It's beautiful. It has a lot of, the marble and the real wood and, natural stone. They have a lot of good features as far as energy efficiency, things like that. And it's gated.
Yeah, I'll send this to my buyer's agent, Selena, because we're marketing pretty heavily in Spring Branch right now because we have 2 developments coming up.
Cool.
So we've already started marketing, so I'll make sure they have this on their radar as well.
Thank you. Oh, it was built in 2012. I thought it was 2014. 2012.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Cute, different, totally. We went from Ava's on 5 acres to this.
Yeah.
To each his own. So
And
that's the beauty of this opportunity. So, all right, next one is 204 Burr.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I think you need to put the F down, or you can probably leave it off, actually.
Okay.
Say if you just put in the street number, it should come up. There it is.
At the top.
Got it. All right. So this first one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So this is a 7-home development. There's 3 of this floor plan that we're about to look at in the back, and then there are 4 of a different floor plan in the front. So this floor plan is 3-story homes, a little over 2,200 square feet. We usually, in the last few years, we've been doing everything kind of white and gray and black, but I feel like those trends are changing a little bit. And plus, this is on the east side, East End revitalized, so the neighborhood is very colorful. There's a lot of yellow and blue and red houses, so we wanted to kind of embrace the neighborhood a little bit. We really don't want to be one of those developers who just comes in and rips everything out and puts, the same modern townhome everywhere.
Oh, I actually love the outside colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. We've gotten it's been extremes basically. Either the people who come love it or they really don't like it, and so we
It's
tell them,
modern.
hey, we have a blue one or a gray one, or we have all different colors over there. So we really wanted to embrace the neighborhood.
No, but that's
beautiful.
that's Edo. Like that's one of the things I love about Edo is that it's not just bland and boring.
Yeah, exactly. So we went with the lighter colored engineered wood floors, and then we have brass fixtures with black paint in this model. We do have some of the cabinets are painted blue in the model that's next to this, and then a couple that are still gray as well. So we tried to give a kind of a variety of options for the buyers. Stainless steel appliances, of course, floating shelves. We upgraded the stair rails, so on the plans everything was just the typical kind of half walls, but we decided to upgrade that, so we have the metal railing all the way up from the entry to the third floor.
Ooh, I love the black paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out really well. We were a little nervous about doing it because the powder room isn't huge, and
Small,
sometimes
yeah.
when you paint the dark paint in a small space, it really doesn't come off. But we have enough natural light, fortunately, in these models that it came out really well. So we're happy about that. And these homes are staged now, so I have some new pictures that'll be going up today that show all the staging. So.
What did you say those floors were?
It's engineered wood.
Pretty.
They look nice.
Thank you. And
Yeah, good job, Jacob.
Thank you. The carpentry, I would say, Selena, you've seen some of our homes, so hopefully, hopefully she can vouch for me on this. But the carpentry
I've held open houses there.
The carpentry is the thing that we really try to do kind of a step above everybody else. So all of our homes have custom carpentry throughout. There's no prefab anything anywhere. So everything is custom job built on site.
Really pretty.
Very nice.
I've seen them from the road driving, and I've always wondered what they looked like inside. They look great.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thanks. So yeah, like I said, we'll have some fresh pictures coming up this weekend with the staging, and hopefully we've come down on the price. We started at $440, which we knew that was a little bit high, but now with everything going on, we're at $399, and I will say we are motivated to get a couple of these under contract because right now all 7 are still available. So any buyers that kind of come
and
in
it
early,
seems like once it happens, then it goes. It's just getting that first one to go. I had a project just like that over in Fifth Ward, and it's like it took forever and ever and ever, and then one sold, and then it was like bam, 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 bam.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, I can breathe.
So I would say we're definitely more willing to negotiate on price and upgrades and appliance packages and any of that stuff for the first probably 1 or 2, maybe even 3 contracts, and then after that we'll be able to
Right.
sit tight and go back to the original asking price.
Great listing.
That makes me want to move.
How close is that going to be to East River?
It's really close. It's a 6-minute drive.
Okay.
And I've done some developments on that side of the bayou as well. We have a 6-home development that we just broke ground on. That's only 3 blocks away from the East River. But this one's down Lockwood, so it's 6 minutes away.
I was going to say 6 blocks is really not far. I mean, easy to bike or walk to.
Yeah, and I actually did a video yesterday. I walked. There's a trail called the Harrisburg Hike and Bike Trail,
Right?
Because this is right by Harrisburg Avenue. So I walked from these houses to BBVA Compass Stadium,
Oh, okay.
and it was exactly 2 miles. Really nice walk down the trail. So I have a video of that I'll be posting this weekend also.
Cool.
Jacob, what's the name of your development company?
West Point Construction is the
Okay.
builder. So I'm a partner
Thank
in
you.
that company as well, and then I do all the market. So my business partner is the actual construction guy. He's the builder, and then obviously I do the marketing and all that kind of stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Awesome. Pretty listing. Really
Yeah.
cool.
Thanks.
Mapletown.
Yes. Mapleton.
Mapleton. Sorry.
You had 2 P's in there.
Huh?
You had 2 P's, 1 P.
I think there is a virtual tour on this.
Okay. You want me to run it from the virtual tour
Yeah.
then?
That's fine. If it has, I think it has music. If it's too loud, then we can just go to this.
Let's see what it does.
So while she's loading that up, this is a really, really, I think, great home. It's just a clean slate waiting for. Is that too loud for me to talk over? It's really just waiting for somebody to come in. It's got beautiful hardwood floors. It's been updated in this main room here so that it's open concept. You can see there that they combined the 2 rooms. It's a big, huge open space. It's got a lot of upgrades to it. Again, it was a one-owner home, but they've upgraded over time. It just got a new roof put on it last year, and all new fans and lights in all the rooms. It's been freshly painted. All the cabinetry and the hardware on the cabinetry. This kitchen has been updated with the granite and new backsplashes. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. New carpet in the bathrooms. Not bathrooms. That would be weird. New carpet.
I've seen that though.
The bedrooms. Yeah, like that Geico commercial. And outside, it's got this beautiful wood deck. That's a picture of the master bedroom there. Again, that's been updated as well with the granite countertops and the dual sinks. It's got his and her sinks and a vanity area as well. It's one of the ancillary bedrooms. Outside, it'll go to those pictures in a moment, but what I love about this house is it's got 2 yards. This is basically the side yard. It's a large lot. It's about just under 10,000 square feet, which is big for this area in Spring Branch, just off
Definitely.
between Clay and Hammerly. And then it's got the backyard, which you're looking at there, and that's got this double deck, and that whole down the lower deck has been completely replaced. The upper deck is existing, and it's covered and has a fan in there. The garage has all been freshly painted. It's like brand new, and then it's got the finished floor in it. So just lots of upgrades. I think it's just, waiting for a new owner. It's move-in ready, and a great location. It is just walking distance to 2 different parks, Agnes Moffett and Nob Hill Park. Oh, this is a persistent caller. So sorry. You probably saw in the pictures that it has really beautiful wood shutters throughout the entire home, which is another.
It's nice.
House. So it's a great little house. Listed at $325. It's been on the market just over a month now.
I was going to say, you put it on just right when all this hit.
Exactly. Lucky girl.
Put it on the market, and then the city got shut down.
Yeah. So luckily, some things are starting to turn around now. I'm getting more showings last week and this week, so that's good news.
Cute. So I like the floors.
Yeah, they're very pretty.
Yeah, it seems to have a lot of good natural light too, which I like.
Yeah, it's flooded with light.
No, that's actually a good price per square foot for over there.
For that area, I think it is a very good price.
Yeah.
It's the Timber Oaks subdivision.
Right. Spring Branch has exploded since I used to live on that side of town. It just amazes
Right?
me.
Yeah. That's an interesting lever door. That's a sliding door in that master bedroom we were just looking at, and then it's got this sliding lever door that goes over it, so you can have the natural light or you can have the door over it.
Nice.
Really pretty home.
Yeah.
Very clean, well kept.
I
Jacob,
like it.
bring your spring branch buyers.
Yeah, I think we can definitely help each other out with. It seems like a couple of us are working in Spring Branch, so.
Thank
Great.
you.
Okay, next is hold on.
I'm going to step away for just a second.
All right, next is 430 Schmidt.
Yep, that's me. While she's loading, I want to tell you that this is the first condo community in Sealy, Texas since the 1970s.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a project of 16 individual units and 4 fourplexes. We're almost finished with the first fourplex, and we've got it all set up with once we can see the pictures, you'll see that it's all set up and is ready for showings. I don't know if you know where Sealy is, but it's about 50 miles west of Houston off of I-10 and Highway 36. It's all of a sudden becoming almost like the epicenter for growth in Austin County and that area of the of Texas. This is all brand new, all state of the art. Like I said, the last townhouses were like late 70s, early 80s, and they don't even know about HOAs, which has been my biggest stumbling block, because they go, "You're charging me blah 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 for what?" And so the real time of I feel like I'm an educator of what it means to have a condo. But people in Sealy are super friendly. They're super excited to see Sealy grow. Sealy was just recently written up that they need something like 4,000 individual homes for people to live in based on the growth that they're anticipating. Wow. And so we've got 16 of those, and we're ready to go. It's
really cute.
Yeah, thank you. We're really excited about it.
What's
very modern.
I'm sorry?
What is the price point on these, Michelle?
All right, they start at $149.9, up to $152.5. The only difference is this is a downstairs. The picture you see right now is downstairs. There are 9-foot ceilings. Upstairs has the 9-foot ceilings and vaulted. They're all vaulted. They're really beautiful.
So that's the difference in the price. The upstairs are the more expensive ones. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to ask that same question, but thank you, whoever asked that.
Well, they seem like they're a little small at 905 feet.
But they seem to be well utilized square foot, not wasted space. I mean, you're not wasting, a 100 square foot in an entryway and 300 square feet in hallway. And
exactly. Yeah. Very well used space. There is a virtual tour. When you hop on the website, you can see it. I mean, when you hop on HAR, you can see it. It's, like I said, 2 bathrooms, 2 baths. It's great for teachers. It's great for single parents. It's great for people who want to downsize. It's got it all. So
who was the architect on these, Michelle?
Company by the name of, well, his name is Shane Wilson, and his company is I think it's called Four Squared or Four Squared Architects or something. I can get that for you. He's a young guy doing really great work.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Any other questions? The stacked washer and dryers included. The only thing that's not included in the appliance package is a refrigerator, but we're not going to let anything be a stumbling block. So just talk to us about it.
Super cute.
Yeah, it really is.
Like that.
Thank you.
I like the woodwork on the outside too. It's pretty.
Yes, me too.
What's the,
Especially for that area, it kind of.
can you show the
definitely
MLS
fitting.
number for that, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
937-27-1483.
Yeah.
And to be honest, or maybe I'll just ask y'all your opinion. My developer said, "Hey, Michelle, it shows 283 days on the market. Can we take it off and put it back on and get that lowered?" Because see, we were doing construction that whole time. We probably shouldn't have listed it that early, and they just haven't been available until now. So would you take it off? And I've got 16 of them, so I could list a different unit and start.
That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, list a different unit number, because with Zillow and Trulia and all that stuff, it used to be that John Q. Public couldn't really see that if it was on the market before. Now they can, so it doesn't matter anymore, really, ultimately. But if you have enough that you can list a different address, then that's what I would do. I ended up doing that with my Fifth Ward stuff because I had them all on the market at one time, and it seemed like they weren't getting anywhere.
Right.
And then I took them all off and I put only up 2. Well, then I started getting interest. So now I've literally been, we sell one, I list one. We sell one, I list one.
Kind of creates a supply and demand feeling a little bit.
I'm sorry?
I said that generates that supply and demand versus having to be able to go, oh, there's 10 of them, so I don't have to move as quickly, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that one down and put a different one up, and then try to sell that one off the market without having to put it back on. And then, eventually if you do have to list it again, if you wait long
it'll
enough,
be far
it should
enough
show up
out
as
that
new.
people probably
I
won't
can
pay
list
too
it
much
after
attention.
I've got a contract, right?
Absolutely.
Or yeah, but it'll show that the days on market if you don't wait long enough to put it back up again.
Well, it will, but if it's already got a contract on it, it'll be a moot point anyway.
True. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but at least that way you get the credit and everybody else sees that it was listed and sold, so it spurs interest.
Right.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Birdsall.
I don't think he's on with us.
Oh, okay. Then is there anybody on that I've missed your property?
It's pretty quiet. I'm going to say no.
We get everybody?
Can I say one more thing about mine? I totally missed. For Delisandre, the one in Santa Fe ISD, he's extremely motivated.
Extremely. I like that word.
Mm-hmm.
Real motivated.
I'm telling you, I already printed out this MLS sheet. I'm taking it with me to show my clients today.
Perfect. If you, I do have a virtual, it's not a full-on YouTube video, but I did a virtual Facebook Live on my Facebook page. So when they send out the information, I can shoot that to you.
Awesome.
Also,
And Sally, I did get your email, and I will get that stuff to you when I get back this afternoon. And Selena, I'll work on that HOA stuff as well.
Okay, thank you.
and I recorded this, so if anybody wants the Dropbox link, let me know, or Caitlin, if you want me to send it to you.
Oh, that would be awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Can you retouch our makeup if we didn't quite get fully
Right? Can you put the
ready? Camera ready.
Who's the Photoshop master in here?
Yeah.
My son, but he's not on here.
Well, everybody, I hope y'all found the last hour to be valuable and insightful for your time. I hope you enjoyed it.
No, I really have. I
Yes.
was going to say thank you guys for putting this together.
No,
You
thank
know,
you.
I mean, I never realized how much of an ADHD social butterfly I was until this last month. I enjoy being able to talk to good agents and get ideas and get input. And, you know, I ran into people at title companies. I ran into people in my office. I mean, now that I'm not really like hanging in any of those places, my husband and my best friend don't understand real estate. And so when I want to talk about it, they look at me like, shut up, you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I hope, like I said, I hope everybody found this beneficial. Lots of vacant listings, which means easy showings for a lot of us.
Right.
Remember Bryan and Bryan, when your buyers go under contract, we do have the virtual inspection. Our inspectors do have to go into the property, but they do wipe up behind themselves, take all the precautions they can, and then they do a presentation with your buyers and you post inspection through a Zoom meeting or FaceTime or whatever works best for the group. We do put out the reminder, don't show up at the listing at the inspection with mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, and 5 dogs. True story. In the last 2 weeks, we've had that happen to our inspectors. It puts them at risk. It puts your sellers at risk. It's just not fair to everybody involved.
No.
Some people can't count.
Yeah. And taking pets to somebody else's house is always kind of an interesting one. But that being said,
My emotional support dog.
Yeah, all 5 of them.
Yep.
Bryan and Bryan, thank you for joining us this morning. We do have, for those of y'all with listings that have maybe been sitting a little bit longer and you're looking for a way to give them a leg up in the market, we do have a major component inspection that's $350. Where your seller gets their HVAC, their roof, their foundation, their electrical panel, and their water heater inspected. Those are generally your most expensive repair items, you know, under a buyer's inspection. And it may be a way for you to promote your property that those items have already been looked at. You know that they are in good working condition. It's a one-up for marketing. One other item that Bryan and Bryan introduced this week is we are offering an air and whole home air and surface sanitation service. Now, if that's not a mouthful, then I don't know what is. We also call it just an ozone treatment for simplicity's sake. We do have the ozone machines. It uses 3 different filters. It's best in a vacant house. It can be run in an occupied house, but the occupants and the pets have to vacate the house for 4 hours while the service is being performed. Unfortunately, though, with that, the sanitation drops off the minute they come back in the house. So it's a little bit more awkward. It's a really, really good feature that you might be able to put on your listings, though. Here's me putting my realtor hat back on from my old days, but a feature, if you can offer that the house comes with a whole home sanitation at the time of transfer of property. So as a listing agent, maybe that's an added incentive. We've got riders that you can put on your signs to generate some interest. Then you get that drive-by buyer wondering what that means. If you're competing with 3 other houses in the same neighborhood that are all very similar, and you can promote that your listing comes with this added service, we arrange it. So if you know that you're going into close, awesome. We will coordinate getting that to you, Kim. $150 value or cost for y'all. Here's my sales pitch for y'all joining us today. We'll do the first one free.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I definitely need that for my Montrose listing because, like, I'm literally saturated. There's like 20 signs in a 2-block area over there.
Yeah. So we will send out the information on it. I've got a form link for you. If you've got a property that you know you want to have this done immediately on, or you have under contract and you know it's closing like next week for a buyer that you're wanting to do it on, that's how you'll sign it up. Kim, we can coordinate getting you a sign writer.
Okay.
for that property, or anybody else that wants to add that service and be able to market it as an added benefit to one of your listings, we can absolutely get you the sign writers. And then when it goes under contract and you want to have the service performed, like I said, I recommend it maybe the day of closing, or, you know, if your sellers move out on Thursday and closing's Friday morning, we can even set it up to run overnight Thursday, so that when your buyers go in, when the buyers go in day after closing, it is ready to go for them, and they know they've gotten that added level of sanitation, more than just what you can do with cleaning and wiping everything down. But the air itself has then been sanitized. It does sanitize against bacteria, viruses, and mold. It services any part of the house that's open and available. So if doors are closed, it cannot circulate air that's not open.
Circulating.
Right, but it's a great service, you know, and for y'all, for listing agents, it's a great way to set your properties apart. So
that's awesome, Caitlin. Please send that out, that info. That sounds really
Yeah,
great.
that's great.
Absolutely. So we're going to send y'all a list of all the properties we looked at today, all the agents that were on, so that you, if you need to reach out to somebody, you can go find that listing pretty easy and follow up. Kim is going to send Ava an offer on her listing. It
That's
sounds
what
like
I'm
in
hoping.
Santa Fe
I really
this
like
afternoon
that.
after she shoots it. And then we'll work a deal with y'all between the two of y'all that will make sure it's sanitized. When Kim gets that all put together, Ava will work a deal and we'll give you a sanitation on that one as a perk. So y'all just make that all happen. And but again, thank y'all so much. We plan to try to keep doing these every Friday morning. So I know y'all are getting inundated with like phone calls and texts and emails from us, and we apologize, but just like y'all have to market and build your sphere and reach out to your clients during this time and try to keep all those connections going, we have to do the same thing.
I was gonna say, but at least we like you, so it's okay.
When our limits get lifted, we will do. That's awesome. I love hearing that. So hopefully everybody enjoyed it, and thank y'all so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank
y'all for
you.
putting it
Thank you
together.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.